Sometimes the biggest changes happen when we least expect them. A small act of bravery, a moment of truth, or standing up for what's right can change everything. What you're going to read isn't just any story. It's about showing that everyone deserves respect, no matter what job they do. If you think people should be treated fairly, if you believe smart people come from all walks of life, then share this story with someone who needs to hear it today. Don't forget to tell us what you think in the comments. We read every single one. The big meeting room felt heavy and uncomfortable. Everyone was looking at the rich CEO who stood there with a nasty smile, facing a young cleaning lady in her work clothes. In his hands, he held some papers with writing that looked very hard to read. He laughed in a mean way and shook the papers in front of her face. "Read this out loud to everyone, and I'll give you all the money I make in a whole year," he said loudly. All the people in expensive suits behind him started laughing too. But the cleaning lady didn't look scared. She stood tall and strong, looking right at him with brave eyes. What happened next made everyone in that room stop talking completely. If you believe everyone should be treated with kindness, that people shouldn't judge others by their jobs, and that smart people are everywhere, please take a moment to share this story. Stories like this need to be told to everyone. Camila Alvarez never asked for much in life. She just wanted to feel safe, to be treated nicely, and to make sure her little brother had food and could go to school. When her mom and dad died in a terrible car crash, Camila was only 16 years old. She had to quit school right before graduating and start working as many cleaning jobs as she could find just so they could survive. She worked very long hours cleaning hotel rooms, scrubbing office buildings late at night, and washing the shiny floors in big fancy houses where rich people lived. Most of the time, these people acted like she wasn't even there. They never said hello or thank you. Even though life was really hard, Camila never gave up hope. She still found reasons to smile. She still sang the sweet songs her mother used to sing while she cleaned up other people's messes. And most importantly, she never stopped trying to learn new things. Camila had a big secret that nobody knew about. Every night after she finished all her work and helped her brother with his school homework, she would take out old, worn-out books written in different languages. Some of these books were so old that the covers were falling apart. But she used them to teach herself how to read and speak in many languages. She could already speak Spanish because that's what her family spoke at home. But she learned to speak English really well too. She was also learning French, Chinese, and even Russian. She would write new words on small pieces of paper and stick them all over her bedroom closet. While she was doing laundry or sweeping floors, she would say these words out loud over and over again. Learning all these languages was her way of fighting back against a world that tried to make her feel small and unimportant. It was like her secret superpower that nobody knew she had. It was during one of her afternoon work shifts at a big law office building that she first met Mr. Douglas Whitmore. He was a very rich CEO who owned a huge technology company that did business all around the world. Douglas was rude and had a bad temper. He yelled at everyone who worked there, especially the people who cleaned the building. He seemed to really enjoy being mean to Camila. He would call her names like, "my little cleaning girl" or "the mop lady." He thought this was very funny, but it made Camila feel bad inside. One day, while Camila was cleaning the big meeting room, she accidentally dropped a piece of paper from her notebook. On this paper, she had been practicing writing in different languages, translating sentences, and studying grammar rules. Everything was written very neatly and carefully. Douglas found this paper after she left. When he saw it, he made fun of her to his rich friends and co-workers. "Who does this cleaning girl think she is?" he laughed loudly. "Cleaning ladies don't need to learn Chinese. They just need to learn how to dust furniture better." But deep down, something about how hard she was trying to learn made him curious. Not in a nice way though, more like when someone thinks it's funny to watch a pet try to do human tricks. So Douglas came up with a mean plan. During a very important business meeting where investors and reporters from other countries were visiting, he called Camila into the big conference room in front of everyone. He held up some business papers that were written in Chinese papers that he himself couldn't read or understand. With a nasty smile on his face, he announced loudly, "If you're really as smart as you think you are, then read this out loud so everyone can hear you. If you can do it correctly, I'll give you every penny I make in a whole year. But if you can't do it, you'll spend the rest of your life cleaning toilets and nothing else." All the people in the room started laughing and pointing at her. Someone was even recording everything with a video camera. It was the most embarrassing moment of Camila's entire life. But Camila didn't get scared or run away. She walked forward slowly and calmly, took the papers from Douglas with both hands, and looked at them carefully for just a few seconds. Then she started reading the Chinese words out loud in perfect English. Her voice was quiet but strong, and she didn't make a single mistake or stop even once. As she continued reading, Douglas's face started changing. First he looked confused, then worried, then completely terrified. By the time Camila got to the second page, she was reading about some secret business deals that showed Douglas's company might have broken some very important laws. The entire room became completely silent. "What you just made me read," Camila said in a firm, clear voice, "talks about money matters that are completely different from what your company told the government last time. I don't think you expected anyone here to understand what this really says, but I do understand it perfectly." Nobody in the room said a word. Everyone just stared. The business investors looked at each other with shocked expressions on their faces. Douglas tried to speak but couldn't find any words. "That's not what it says," he finally managed to stammer. But someone had already used their phone to translate the document online, and it proved that every single word Camila had said was exactly right. The newspaper reporters in the room started whispering to each other and taking notes on their phones. Camila just stood there quietly, with no expression on her face that anyone could read. For the first time in his whole life, Douglas Whitmore couldn't think of anything smart or mean to say back. What happened after that was amazing. Within just 1 week, the story was everywhere on TV, in newspapers, and all over the internet. The headlines said things like, "Cleaning lady outsmarts rich CEO," "Millionaire made to look foolish by brave woman," and "The woman nobody noticed is now leading an important legal case." Camila started getting job offers from companies all over the world. People wanted to hire her as a translator, a language teacher, and some publishers even wanted her to write a book about her life story. But instead of taking any of these jobs, Camila decided to start her own organization to help other people. She called it Voices Unheard, and it was created to give language classes and school scholarships to people who worked as house cleaners, janitors, and other hardworking people who usually don't get many opportunities to learn new things. Even though Douglas had promised to give her all his money for a year, Camila decided she didn't want it. When a TV news reporter asked her why she didn't take the money, she simply said, "I don't want his money. What I want is chances for myself and for other people like me to have better lives. That's worth more than any amount of money could ever be." As for Douglas, the pressure from his investors became too much for him. He was forced to quit his job as CEO just 2 months later. His mean behavior and arrogance had cost him his entire career and reputation. But Camila never celebrated his downfall or said mean things about him. That wasn't the kind of person she was. She just kept working quietly and powerfully, helping to change people's lives one word, one lesson, and one opportunity at a time. If this story made you feel something special inside, please share it with your friends and family. Let's keep stories like this alive and remind everyone that treating people with respect, giving everyone a chance to learn, and having a good heart are much more important than having lots of money, fancy titles, or high-status jobs. We have a special request for you. In the comments below, Tell us your favorite part of Camila's story or which moment touched your heart the most. We read every single comment because your thoughts and feelings really matter to us.